Dan, by the way, your outfit is so freaking awesome. I have to show it. Look at you, nailing it on the red carpet.
Oh, good. Well, I hope I don't clash too much. Well, I'm a big fan of Fashion Police, so
Ooh, good.
So I watch that every week. And so I hope Joan would appreciate it. You know?
So tell me a little about your film.
Sure. It's called Between Us. It's an adaptation of an off-Broadway play, and it's about two couples yelling and throwing things at each other. It's kind of a dark comedy, and it stars Julia Stiles and Taye Diggs and Melissa George and David Harbour, and it's a very dark comedy. It's very tense, but there's some nice moments of humor in it that I think audiences have actually been laughing quite a bit, mainly because they're happy that these two couples are not them. You know, that they are. These are couples going through some serious times, and hopefully our own relationships are better than they are.
So if you go, like, let's say you are planning on getting divorced, and you take your husband there, then you are like, you look at him and be like, I love you, let's keep doing this?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
There have been engaged couples that have gone to see the movie, and they're like, oh dear God, what am I getting myself into, you know? So, but actually, couples thinking of getting divorced, because that happens to two of the characters, and they actually come back, and they well, I don't want to ruin it, but it's in the first 10 minutes, and they repair their marriage. So it is kind of interesting that it goes in slightly different directions, but there's amazing performances in it. If you like watching movies with great performances.
I love Julia Stiles.
And
she has worked red carpets. I had the pleasure to interview her before.
No, she's wonderful,
so
and she really gives an amazing performance in the movie.
How did you get her into the project?
Well, she was actually, we were doing a lot of casting, and she, talking to a lot of actresses from her agency, who are rep by her agent. And then I get a call from her agent saying that, Dan, are you interested in Julia? And I said, well, yeah, of course. She'd always been on our various lists, but I said, she's busy. She's about to do a Neil LaBute play on Broadway, and she's going to be busy for the next 6 months. He said, no, you don't understand. 2 hours ago, the financing for the play just fell through, and they'd been rehearsing for a month, 2 months, something like that.
Oh my God.
And he's like, we don't know what to do with her for the next 6 months, because Hollywood movies can't cast that quickly. And we were shooting like 3 weeks later. So he's like, do you want her? I said, yeah, of course. Send her the script, send her the offer. 24 hours later, she read it. She called me up. She's like, I want her. And so the trick is to find actresses at their most vulnerable, emotional moments, and kind of swoop in and give them a great opportunity and a great part. And she was just such a trooper, and all the actors, just, because there's almost no money in it for them really at all, and they just embraced it because of the material and the characters. So.
Well, congratulations, and congratulations for being here.
Thank you.
My last question, I want to hear your Spanish.
Oh, sí. Yo entiende no más español. Para mi esposa entiende muy bueno español. Y mis niños entiende español muy bueno. So yeah, they speak much better than me. But Between Us was the closing night film at the Gijón Film Festival in Spain in November. And that was a lot of fun. I had a wonderful time in Spain, and
practicing your Spanish, of course.
Yes, of course. But the festival had filmmakers from all over the world, and it would take like 2.5 hours for lunch and 2.5 hours for dinner, mainly because it would take that long for everyone to order, in every different language. But there were Ecuadorian filmmakers and Argentinians, so it was a lot of fun. Yes.
Well, thank you so much. Now you can tell Julia that you were interviewed by the Big iPhone too.
Okay, very good. And Julia speaks Spanish.
Sí, she said that in the interview.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Muchas gracias.
Now I know.